Mara had always dreamed of being her own boss. Growing up, she saw the women in her community struggling, and it lit a fire in her. She wanted to build something that could lift not just herself, but others too. After years of grinding and saving, she finally opened Mara's boutique right in the heart of the city. It was everything she'd ever wanted, a beautiful shop filled with fashionable clothes for women of all shapes and sizes. The beginning was tough, really tough. The first few months were painfully slow, but Mara was a fighter. She went to every networking event, burned the midnight oil, and poured every last penny she had into her dream. And slowly, her hard work started to pay off. Customers started coming in, and good old-fashioned word of mouth began to build her reputation. It felt like her dream was finally coming true, but not everyone was cheering for her. Behind her back, her own mother, Gloria, was telling a completely different story. Gloria had never been a fan of Mara's ambitions. From day one, she'd questioned her daughter's dream. "Why don't you just get a stable job like everyone else?" she'd say, her voice dripping with disapproval. "Running a business is too risky. You'll just end up disappointed." Despite the constant negativity, Mara pushed on, determined to prove her mother wrong. What she didn't see coming was the silent rivalry that was growing between them. It started with small digs at family dinners. "I don't know why Mara is so obsessed with this boutique," Gloria would say to Mara's aunt, just loud enough for her to hear. "She's working herself to the bone. For what? To compete with the big stores. I don't think it will last." Mara tried to brush it off, but the comments didn't stop. Soon, Gloria was whispering to other family members, planting seeds of doubt, suggesting Mara's business was failing. She'd say Mara was in over her head, losing money, that the whole boutique was just a phase. At first, Mara was too busy running her shop to notice, but then family gatherings started to feel awkward. People would give her looks of pity or offer congratulations that felt hollow. She couldn't understand what was going on. Then one day, her cousin Sandra, who'd always been a huge supporter, pulled her aside. "Mara," she said gently, "I've heard some things about your business. People are saying it isn't doing well, that you're struggling. Is everything okay?" Mara's heart just sank. If even Sandra was hearing these rumors, then her mother's words were spreading like wildfire. "You know how people talk," Mara said, forcing a smile. "Everything's fine." Really? But she knew it wasn't. The whispers grew louder. She finally decided she had to confront her mother. "Mama," she began, her voice shaking, "why are you telling people my business is failing? You know how hard I've worked for this. Why would you want to hurt me?" Gloria's face tightened. "You don't understand, Mara," she said coldly. "You've put everything into this boutique. You've neglected your family. I'm just trying to protect you from disappointment." Mara was stunned. It wasn't concern. It was jealousy. Her mother was afraid of her success, of her independence. But it got worse. Gloria started telling people Mara was selfish, that she only cared about her business and had abandoned her family. "Mara doesn't have time for us anymore," she'd lament. The lies worked. The family rift grew wider. She stopped getting invited to events, the excuse always being her busy schedule. Her heart was breaking. Her business was thriving, but she felt like she was losing her family. One quiet evening, alone in her beautiful boutique, it all clicked into place. This wasn't just about jealousy. It was about control. For years, Gloria had guided Mara's life. Now that Mara was succeeding on her own terms, it threatened her mother's sense of importance. In that moment, Mara knew she had to make a choice. She couldn't keep fighting for an approval that would never come. It was time to focus on her dream and her own happiness. She decided to cut ties with that toxic influence. Mara made a bold move. She decided to throw a grand event at her boutique, inviting everyone, customers, friends, and family. She needed to prove, mostly to herself, that her success was real and that no one, not even her mother, could take it away from her. The night of the event was magical. The boutique was packed. Gloria, as expected, didn't show up, but the night was a massive success. Looking around at the buzzing crowd, Mara felt a deep sense of pride in what she had built. As the party wound down, Sandra came up to her. "Mara, this is amazing," she said. "You've built something incredible." Mara smiled, a little sadly. "Thanks, Sandra. I just wish it didn't cost me my family." Sandra's expression softened. "You haven't lost them. You're just showing them who you are. The real ones will come around." And slowly, they did. Over time, some family members saw her strength and the reality of her success. They started to apologize. The rift began to heal, piece by piece. But Gloria, she never came around. She remained distant, trapped in her own bitterness. But Mara had learned a powerful lesson. She could build a life for herself on her own terms, and she didn't need anyone's approval to do it. She had her business, her true friends, and a newfound confidence to chase her dreams. And in the end, that was more than enough. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. See you next time.